Hi guys, this is Dan. Today let's chat about all the amazing fantasy books that I have read in April. I failed. I can't finish all the books on my April's TBR because of holiday and also I was quite busy. So at last, I missed out one book on the TBR, which I don't think is too bad. Luckily, I still managed to finish 3 fantasy books and also 1 sci-fi. One of them is actually by a new author. By the end of the video, I will try to do a tier ranking for all the books that I have read instead of giving them an exact rating because I'm not good at it. So if you're interested in it, stay tuned to it. If you crave epic fantasy adventures but lack a trusty dragon mount, fear not. Subscribe to this channel for fantasy reviews, recommendation, and enough fantasy content to fill up your imagination for a lifetime. Without further ado, let's chat about all the books that I have read in April. The first book that I have finished in April is The Sunlit Man by Brandon Sanderson, the very last book of his secret project. In this book, we're gonna follow our main character, Nomad, who got this special power that can allow him to travel to all the planets in the cosmere. He is so powerful because of a duty granted by another very familiar character. This time, Nomad landed on a planet that is severely affected by the heavy sunlight and involved in a conflict between a tyrant and a group of rebels. In this fight with the tyrant, we're gonna see the magic of this planet and also different Easter eggs that Brandon Sanderson has arranged into it. Most importantly, it is about Nomad. Who is he exactly? I won't give out any spoiler and I will let you to find it out, but you better catch up with the Stormlight Archive first because there are quite a lot of Easter eggs that are related to it. Overall, I would say it is a decent story with the hero fighting the evils. And also, do I need to say anything about Brandon Sanderson's magical writing and his unexpected turns? But as the final book of the Secret Project, I kind of expect a little bit more, but overall it is still a solid read. The second book I have managed to finish in April is An Echo of Things to Come by James Islington, the second book of the Lacanius trilogy. I honestly don't know how to sum up this book because this one is thick and the first book is also thick as well. I don't know where to start. This book takes place right after the first one, so I would strongly suggest you to pick this one up ASAP after you finish the first one, otherwise you're gonna miss out some details because it is a really complicated story. Very generally, we're still gonna follow those 4 POVs from the first book: Caden, Asha, Davian, and Ver. All of them try to find their ways to strengthen the barrier in the north so that it could still block out the external dangers to prevent the end of humanity. Davian would work with other augurs and Asha got the shadows. Ver, as a newly appointed North Warden, he needed to unite and persuade others that the danger from the north is real. Caden has to piece all the fragments of the memories together. In this book, we're gonna see a little bit more about this world, especially the past. There is also some interesting philosophical discussion about free wills and also fate and destiny. Overall, I did enjoy reading this book, but sometimes I do think that the pacing could be a little bit faster. Maybe try to trim out some of the extras to make it more upbeat for my taste. I am not the biggest fan of Caden's perspective. Yes, we will learn some more about his past and what he has done actually, but it is outside what is happening as in now and his chapters are usually on the slower side. But still, I did enjoy reading this one and I wanna see how our character is gonna survive this massive threat. The third book I've read in April is The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. I have read Babel before and now I have finished The Poppy War. I kind of understand why R.F. Kuang wanna write Babel. I had a really good time reading this one and I would say it is definitely a 5-star read. We're gonna follow Rin, who was a war orphan, but she don't want to marry this old man arranged by her family, so she studied extra hard for the imperial exam to see it as a way of mobility. With her effort, she finally got an offer from a military school. In here, she realized she got this special power with the Phoenix. Rin thought that by the time of graduation, she would find a stable job, but she didn't expect the invasion from the Federation. All the students now have to fight for their home, and this war is full of blood, traps, and horror. The ending of this story is really sad. Rin, this character, by no means is perfect. She falls into this person that she once despised. What I do like about R.F. Kuang is her extensive research about Chinese history and culture, then integrated all these elements to the Poppy War. There are Chinese cultural elements like the Jade Emperor, 4 gods, and also the 5 elements, as well as the use of opium. And for Chinese history, we've got the Sino-Japanese War. Although I have done this in 2 separate vlogs, I'm thinking about to do a more in-depth detailed video about all these Chinese elements. So if you're interested in it, let me know in the comment. And I did have a really good time reading the Opium War, and you guys are right, it is really good. The last book I finished in April is High Voltage by Chris and Jen Sutton. It is the March GSFF subscription book. In this book, we're gonna follow two detectives in a reimagined steampunk Victoria London. The first main character is Fleet. For some reasons, he has to retire from the police. The second one is Clara, a noble from Yorkshire traveled down to London to be a journalist. They set up an agency together after knowing each other from a crime case. One day, a woman found them for help because she witnessed a mysterious kidnapping. So this pair of detectives gonna find some clues, evidence, witness, and help. They find out that this kidnapping is associated with a series of impossible robberies. This book is definitely fun, entertaining, and interesting. Reminds me so much of classic British comedy with all that jokes and also physical comedies. This London is also very special with different kind of vibes injected to it, but I think if you read this one because of the crime here, it may let you down a little bit. There are not too many characters involved in this case, so there are not gonna be too many suspects. A third into the story, you may probably guess which direction it's going for, and then coming to the second half, it is quite clear who is the villain. It is like waiting to point a finger and say, hey, you are the mastermind behind everything. And there is not too many unexpected turns or twists. But if you're looking for a book that is easy, fun, easy to read, then this would be a choice. So here comes to the tier ranking of all the books that I have read in April. On top is definitely the Opium War. Then we have the Sunlit Man and also an echo of things to come. Coming to the bottom, we have High Voltage. So how about your reading in April? Did you manage to finish all the books on your monthly TBR, or are you like me?
Failed it.
Feel free to share it in the comment. So if you have enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a like. If you don't want to miss any content from me, make sure you have subscribed to my channel. I will see you real soon. Goodbye.